Remember, there's only one thing when Jesus was on this earth. Only one thing that Jesus said we must do. And what is that?
It was more than
No.
Believe, and we have to repent.
I mean, where he used the word must. You must. He told
Have
Nicodemus.
Have faith.
No.
Be born again.
Be born again.
Of the Spirit of God.
Right. Right.
Yes.
That's the one thing he said you must do. You must do that, because by doing that, what do you become?
The new creature.
Okay. Hold that thought. Now let's go back to Galatians 3, verse 28. Let's go to verse 24. Wherefore, the law. Now you remember, the law is what God gave to Moses on the mountain. He gave us 10 commandments.
Which I believe are still in play. They still apply.
They are in play, but we have 2 new commandments. So since we're on this, let's discuss that. God gave these Hebrew people 10 commandments. When Jesus came, he said, or the rich guy came to him and said, Master, I've kept all the commandments. What now do I lack? Jesus said, go sell everything you got and give it to the poor and come and follow me. The guy went away sorrowful because he had great riches. So he chose his riches over Jesus. Later, Jesus says, because they asked, which commandment is the greatest commandment? Well, they forget what the book of Psalms says. The greatest commandment in the book of Psalms says to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength. They forgot about that. It plainly says that is God's command, to love me with everything in your being. They were thinking about the 10 they got from Moses. And God gave that to, who was it? Wrote the Psalms, mostly David. A commandment that God gave in Psalms. They forgot about that one. And then Jesus said this, to love your neighbor as you love yourself. Then he said something profound. He said, on these 2 commands hangs the entire law of the prophets. In other words, if you love your neighbors like you love yourself, a neighbor meaning a stranger, someone who's not blood kin, and if you love me with everything in your being, you will not, what? You will not disobey or dishonor your parents. You won't bear false witness. You won't commit adultery. You won't commit murder. You won't commit envy and jealousy and strife and all these other things. Basically, if you follow those 2 commands,
the rest of them,
oh my goodness, you will be almost a near perfect follower of God. But it's hard to do because we have hills and valleys. Right. That's right.
None of us can do it.
None of us can do it. That's right. So the law